Alrighty then, we got Money in the Bank 2013 going on tomorrow, and I guess I should probably give you guys a little bit of a preview. Just looking at the card right now and give a little prediction as to what's going to happen. Alright, the Money in the Bank kickoff, which is what they're calling the pre-shows, now is supposed to be the Shield of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus the Usos. The Shield, I'm thinking they're going to try to continue their little momentum, even though their steam has been going down a bit. But I don't see the Usos winning. Or it could be, well, actually, there might be another possibility where the Usos win, but then immediately get destroyed by the Wyatt family as a way of trying to get them over. So, I think this really depends on where the Wyatt family goes. But I'm going to pick the Shield to win this match. Alright, now for the matches that are on the actual card. They usually open up with one of the Money in the Bank ladder matches, so I'm going to go with the World Heavyweight Championship one. So the Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship has Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow, Dean Ambrose, Fandango, Jack Swagger, and Antonio Cesaro. You could call this the mid-card Money in the Bank ladder match. And this one's a little bit difficult to really judge as to what's going to happen. None of these guys really have a ton of momentum on their side, and it's hard to think like, oh, who could have like a lot of momentum going into fight Alberto Del Rio. And what makes this harder is the fact that all of these guys are basically heels. Like all of these guys are heels, so it's like. Either this means either this means that Dolph Ziggler is definitely gonna win, or like somebody's gonna turn face. But yeah, this is weird. Like this match is nothing but heels. So it's actually really hard to judge. I don't see Ambrose doing it because he still has the United States Championship. Sandow and Rhodes has been buried for months. Cesaro is starting to make a comeback. Swagger has been buried, but at the same time, his gimmick, I think, still has a lot of momentum to it. Fandango is way too early in his career for that to work. And Wade Barrett has not had enough momentum for a long time. So, where does this go? They really wrote themselves into a corner. If there's one guy I would want to win, it's Damien Sandow. What guy most likely to win? Maybe Cody Rhodes. But this is really another one that's really iffy. And what would follow that up? Well, it would have to be a slow match, but one where its importance doesn't create some giant tension. So I'm going to say Chris Jericho versus Ryback would be after that. Jericho has not won anything, and I don't expect that to change. So I expect Ryback to win. This could be a good way to actually get Ryback's momentum back, but the problem is, like, after a monster push, they seem to love to fucking destroy the guys just way too fast. And in a way that's usually not as much fun as you'd think it would be. So yeah, this is it. Yes, what I said is probably very, very bad booking. That's WWE for you. Anyway, what would be after that? I would think they would try to liven up the pace with Curtis Axel versus The Miz, which I think would actually be a pretty good match. I don't know, Mr. Half Perfect versus The Miz. Okay, I've never really seen how much chemistry these guys have, so I think this will be at least an interesting match. But I don't expect Curtis Axel to be losing the title, because what I'm pretty sure is going to happen is that he's going to be in a feud with CM Punk for for the title. After that, I'm guessing it's going to be AJ Lee versus Kaitlyn. Yeah, I don't see AJ losing the title after all the things they've done to fucking enrage Kaitlyn. Unless there's like some giant I've gotten over it thing, I've gotten over it thing on Raw or SmackDown. I don't see them changing. So yeah, I see AJ retaining the title again. After that, I'm assuming it's going to be the World Heavyweight Championship, Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. This is also one that's also really tricky to really gauge. Like, I could see Del Rio winning, but then whoever wins the Money in the Bank ladder match, considering they're all heels in there, well, it'll be a heel versus heel feud, and that probably won't work very well. But at the same time, has Ziggler really built up enough momentum to be able to capture the World Heavyweight Championship? And that's another thing that's very difficult about this. It's kind of funny where I don't really know what's going to happen at this one, but at the same time, I don't exactly expect it to be like a 5-star show. Del Rio versus Ziggler was a good match from last pay-per-view, so I'm actually expecting them to maybe put on an even better show now that they don't have to work the concussion angle. But I'm thinking Del Rio may lose, but by disqualification. So Ziggler wins, but he's not going to be the champion. After that, I'm thinking it's going to be the second Money in the Bank ladder match with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Christian, and Rob Van Dam. Now, there's going to be another competitor, and I'm assuming it's going to be a member of the Wyatt family. Or who knows, maybe Ziggler could end up entering it after if he doesn't get the title. And that could also be, and that might also work. Van Dam returning, I'm sure a lot of people are going to expect him to be a super high flyer, but nah, dog, he's in his 40s. You know, he had to go to total nonstop action for a reason. You know. But anyway, let's see. A lot of people are picking Daniel Bryan to win. And I'm not really sure whether that's in the cards, but he's the one who would be most fitting to win. Because Punk seems like he's still in pretty much a blood feud with, or like a phantom feud with Curtis Axel, and it seems like they have a lot of stuff to go there. Randy Orton seems like someone who should be an instigator to a feud and not really like a prime part of it. Sheamus, they might actually put it on Sheamus because they seem to love the way they push Sheamus, even though it makes him look like an asshole. Christian just returned; he's not going to be put in there. Van Dam is not going to be fucking not high enough to want to like carry the company's name, you know. So I'm actually thinking Daniel Bryan is going to win this. So anyway, the main event, or what I'm pretty sure is going to be the main event, is going to be Mark Henry versus John Cena. The beginning of this feud was possibly one of the greatest things ever, and I have to say, everything that's been from Mark Henry's point of view has been some of the best work I've ever seen him do. I've seen him, this is by far some of the best promo work Mark Henry has ever done in his life, but I'm not sure whether he's exactly a great opponent for John Cena. Mark Henry is a guy who really only seems to work well with people who can absolutely throw him around, and I'm not really sure whether Cena can really do that all that well. I can't really name any good Mark Henry matches off the top of my head, and I'm not really sure whether Cena is the best of opponents for him, so I'm pretty sure this match is going to be crap. But who's going to win? It's a John Cena match. Who the fuck do you think is going to win? Anyway, that's my thoughts on Money in the Bank 2013. What do you think is going to happen? Make sure to leave a comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for when Money in the Bank actually comes out. I'm going to be missing Evo for that, but I'm hoping it's going to be worth it.